Hi, Mike Hamilton at Lithia Toyota, and behind me is the least priced way you could buy a Crewmax TRD off-road package. I'll be right back. So I saw this one sitting out on the side. It has already been pre-sold like most everything that's we have come in right now, but I thought this was a really pretty blue, and we've been having rain all day, and the storm finally broke and the sun's come out. And I'm going to show you around this TRD Off-road SR5 Crewmax, being the least priced way you could get it, and we'll talk about everything that's on it here. So walk up to the front. It has very attractive 18-inch rims sitting on Michelin tires. Of course, Toyota's going to go with like a highway style tire, as they're going to follow what's called the good neighbor law and not try to have too much decibels in their tires. Now, some regional distributors will change those out for a more aggressive tread and give you a different tire. And of course, aftermarket, you can do anything you want to it. So this blue is pretty dark. It's some sort of like a navy. I'm sure it has a special name. We'll go over the window sticker, Monroney sticker, and talk about that. Let's see if we can get up here, because it does have a little bit of a blue pearl in the paint. Yes, there we go. We could kind of see it there. I'm going to already apologize in advance for the shadows. Sun is low in the sky now. It's later in the afternoon. And up here we could see that again in the mirror cap, and we'll have that little bit of a blue tint to it that will glisten in the sun. All your lights on the exterior are LED lighting, and even though this is a base SR5, you're getting parking sonar front and rear. So you got that big open grille there so this V6 engine can breathe. Again, has more horsepower than the outgoing, more foot-pounds than the outgoing, and gets better fuel mileage. It does have vents for intercoolers that are functional, not just for looks. Top of the line, Toyota Safety Sense, the Toyota Safety Sense 2.5. That's going to offer lane trace assistance, adaptive cruise control, pedestrian and cyclist detection, large animal detection, and again, another camera system up there in the windshield that does that. On this level, we're not getting any type of sunroof. Let's move to the side. Let's quickly take a look at our turn signals in the front, LED, our turn signal indicators in our mirror. Again, bright and LED. It's not showing up too good on the camera. Let's take a look at the back here with the turn signals. Good bright LEDs, especially if I get it right here. So it's giving you some of their injection molding soft touch here for your armrest. They also have an upper armrest now, which is pretty cool, especially for the taller people like myself at 6'2". This is a more natural area to rest my arm than below. The dash is a hard dash. That's plastic. I wish they would do soft touch, but they didn't do it. It's a truck still. And let's go over this window sticker here. So we have an SR5 Crewmax with the 5.5-foot bed. Has the 3.5 liter V6 engine, making 389 horsepower, 479 foot-pounds. Then we have the TRD Off-road package as an additional package added onto this, a downhill assist. Our TRD Off-road package, convenience package on this, clean blind spots, front and rear parking sonar, in the larger fuel tank, and leather wrapped steering wheel, all weather floor liners, and spare tire locker on this one here. Comes with the standard 8-inch infotainment screen. We do have the TRD Off-road for your shifter, for your crawl controls and terrain management in here. big center console in here that gives you a USB-A, USB-C on here. It does come with wireless Apple CarPlay and other USB-C up there. And then no power seats in this level of the vehicle. So it is giving you a couple bottle holders and some storage back there for the rear passengers there. Power windows on here. One seat pocket behind the seat back here on the passenger side of the vehicle. We have underneath storage on both sides. It's much larger on the side, but I put my coat in there so it's just warm, and also it usually messes with my mic it's on. And then you have, of course, the full roll down window, which Toyota's been famous for their Tundras for years. So we do get the air vents though for the back here. In this configuration here, we're going to tow over 10,000 pounds, pushing probably 11,000 pounds. The max tow capacity is going to be a two-wheel drive version of this vehicle. Class 4 tow, it's 4 and 7 pins. Something that they've been doing to all levels of this truck. There's a key fob tailgate release here. And then as the Tacomas have had for more than a decade, Toyota switched to this composite bed and did this. This is stronger and lighter than steel, makes it much more rigid. They changed the frame underneath to be a boxed in frame with using multi-link suspension. So a little bit stiffer ride than the old outgoing model, but much more capable. They also do a spray-on bed liner from Port, and they also have LED lighting available in higher trim packages. And even this model package could get LED lighting and a 100-watt power port in the back. We're gonna black badge this thing out here with the Toyota logos and the 4x4, and then we come to the side here. We're in a higher trim package too. Can't get that in S5. They do what's called an elbow button right there, so another way to release that tailgate. Then you're getting the decals that tell everybody you're in a TRD Off-road package. You have the Bilstein shocks, so you'll know that. You'll see the blue in there. Again, multi-link suspension, 32-gallon fuel capacity, smaller tank than the old outgoing model, but since it gets way better fuel economy, it has much more range and doesn't need as much of a fuel tank. Coming to the inside, I just like to show this. We lost an inch over the outgoing model for 21, but I am 6'2", and I still have, what, 5 inches at least there. So definitely plenty of room, plenty of width. You're not losing much. Say they lost 1 inch in the back, not a big deal. With turn signal indicators in our mirrors, that means we'll also have rear cross traffic alert, so you could back out of a parking stall and it will alert you if something's coming and flash in your mirror and audibly beep at you. Being this is push start and proximity key, I could lock this and unlock it without taking the key out of my pocket. We're going to go ahead and push this notch. I just locked it. About 10 seconds to reset it. That unlocks it, just that simple. Let's go ahead and take a look at our stuff and features on the inside, so you get some of that nickel polish look along with the flat blacks and the soft touch injection foam in there. Yeah, power windows, power mirrors, and power locks. We have some more features here. We have our bed light here. We have our auto dimming high beams, which is pretty cool. So you turn that button on, put tri beams on, see the headlights coming out. It's just going to dim the low beams on its own. This button, a lot of people ask me about, this A with a circle with an arrow. So all the new vehicles have to have a auto shut off if they're idling on a stoplight to not create smog. That overrides that. So you just push it once when you start and the vehicle will not shut off, but manufacturers are required to have that, so that's the button that overrides it. Rear smart stop, and then you also have that with your Toyota safety sense that will brake you by 30 miles an hour. You're going to collide with another vehicle, cyclists, and large animals and those things like that. So, and then we also have, I like this here, so if you're putting a payload on the bed with a trailer hitch, or you're putting stuff in the bed, you could adjust your lights so you don't blind your compatriots when you're driving down the road. Again, this doesn't come with a power seat. Did give you the with that extra package, the sport nickel polish pedals. So we got push start on here, and I'm going to show you the startup sequence on this. Kind of cool, nice little color. That's the smaller 4-inch, so you got analog tachometer, speedometer, and some gauges, and it gives you a variety of different things that you could do through your driver's information. So this side here, this toggle is going to control your driver's information center back there, just like a phone going through. The bottom area here, we have our volume. Push to talk will do Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Google Alexa. Toyota's has the same thing, and voice command. This side's all your cruise control stuff, setting your cruise control, your lane departure, lane trace assistance, adaptive cruise control. On the bottom we have our radio modes and changing the channels on here. Let's move over to the infotainment. This is the smaller of the two infotainments on here. Putting it in reverse, we can see our one backup camera. If we get into higher grades like the premium level, even on this SR5, we could have a bunch of cameras. We have trailing cameras, we have trail monitoring cameras for off-roading, multiple views, bird's eye cameras, all these nice features. But they give you a nice camera even at this level, filling up the entire screen with a fisheye, giving you a tremendous range of view. On the bottom here we have just a single climate control here, but we have your temperature ranges on here, fan speeds on here, and then we have our different modes. And then we have a USB, of course. There we have auto on to turn everything to full high, turning it off. Rear defrost, heated mirrors, AC on and off. And then you have the inside outside air that's available on this here. We have brake hold, where you can take your foot off the brake and it won't go again until you push gas when that's set up, and automatic e-brake on here, sets itself when you just put it in park. No need to set it manually. Then down below, we're not going to be able to do this too well. I'm trying to get this in here. We have our four-wheel drive selector here with four-wheel high, four-wheel low, our drive modes for tow haul. We have our multi-train selector and our downhill assist control, all on this here. Just a regular rear view mirror, manual dimming on this. No garage door memory sets. Does come with LED reading lights and dome lights. We have the rear window slider button there. We have our SOS button that handles emergencies, roadside assistance, and stolen vehicle locator. We have vanity mirrors with LED lighted mirrors on here too. And then they give you the Bluetooth pickup mic right here, and on the passenger side over here too. There it is. So you have both sides, so your passenger can talk clearly and not just one pickup mic in it. So as this one sits, being fully capable for off-roading, towing, 5 passengers, we're looking after destination $51,574 on this vehicle as the MSRP. So I want to thank you again for watching. We'll see you next time.